This is an unprecedented Russian deployment in Latin America. Two Cold War-era long-range strategic bombers now on the ground in Venezuela for military exercises uncomfortably close to the United States. It's a propaganda gift for Venezuela's firebrand president, Hugo Chavez. A strong critic of Washington, he hasn't missed the opportunity to taunt his archenemy, even suggesting he'll fly in one of the aircraft himself. Russian defense officials say the bombers, which are capable of carrying a nuclear payload, will be in Venezuela for several days and will only fly over neutral waters. But at a time of heightened diplomatic tensions, NATO fighters were scrambled to escort them on their 13-hour flight from Russia.
There was an escort. It is possible they were conducting an exercise in interception. I don't know what task the NATO pilots had, but they were next to our battle formation, and they were not fooling around as has happened in the past. They were a certain distance from our battle formation. They did not disturb us, and we did not disturb them.
But the West is increasingly disturbed about Russia's military ambitions, especially since Moscow's intervention in the former Soviet Republic of Georgia last month. After the fighting, US warships entered the Black Sea close to Russian waters to deliver humanitarian aid to Washington's Georgian allies. It was heavily criticised in Russia, and military analysts here say the Venezuela deployment may be Moscow's response.
The Russian officials have said that we believe that this was not only aid, or just not simply aid, but this was also arms being transported to Georgia under the guise of aid. And so the Russian president said how the Americans would like it. He said, well, those who supply arms under the guise of aid, how they like it if we'll move into the Caribbean. Well, we're in the Caribbean.
It's potent symbolism from a resurgent Russia, which is aggressively returning to the international stage, even if that means antagonising those who the Kremlin still calls its partners in the West. Of course, many Russians believe it's them who are being antagonised. NATO expanding into former Soviet states. US plans to deploy its national missile defence system in Eastern Europe. And of course, that overwhelming Western criticism of Russia's actions in Georgia. It may not add up to a new Cold War, but there is now a real diplomatic chill in the air. Matthew Chance, CNN Moscow.